With the popularity of Monster Hunter franchise, it's surprising that more developers in the West haven't tried to offer their own take on the genre. Although the gameplay is difficult to learn, it's incredibly rewarding and addictive. There's a certain satisfaction in taking down a beast and using its parts to create more powerful weapons and armor. Fortunately for gamers, Phoenix Labs is taking up the challenge with Dauntless. The PC title in development takes the core of the Monster Hunter formula and tries to make it accessible to a wider Western audience. On the surface, the visuals resemble World of Warcraft, that is to say it's cartoony, but it will be accessible to a wider array of computers. In the demo I played, players start off in the town of Ramsgate, which is the central social hub. It's comparable to the tower in Destiny or Ironforge in WoW. It's where players meet where they get together with guildmates and craft weapons. In this session, I fought 2 behemoths and used the Warpike, a new weapon type in Dauntless. The spear-like arm X builds up power with each successive attack, but if players get hit once, they lose that meter and start from 0. It's essential to avoid being hit, because players can bank their attack meter, and turn it to bullets for the Warpike. They can then fire the bullets from long range, dealing big damage, though aiming itself is a challenge. The first behemoth my party of 3 took on was Skarn, a bulky 4-legged creature. It has armor that it generates from rocks on the floating islands. Part of the challenge with Dauntless is that every environment is different. There is no set layout or even a map to look at, so players will have to spread out to locate the creature. When it's spotted, they fire a flare to alert their teammates. It's a nice touch that gives the game its own feel. From there, players have to gang up on the behemoth. Players have to learn Skarn's tendencies and patterns. Dauntless is more forgiving because it gives players more opportunities to heal. Players can regain health at vents. Teammates can revive them if they fall. Players themselves have several types of potions tied to the D-pad, including one for healing and one for an offensive boost. In addition, they have a customizable lantern that exudes an aura effect such as healing. As for the armor, Phoenix Labs introduced the concept cells, which add modifiers to each piece of gear. It will help deepen the customization for players. Even with all these power UPS, defeating the Skarn was difficult. Although we had 3-man squad, it was difficult for us to pierce the behemoth's rock armor. Dauntless has different attack types such as piercing, slashing, and blunt damage. For an armored monster, blunt attacks did wonders to break the outer shell so that Warpike attacks could be effective. We had to wait for the ally with the hammer to break Skarn's rocks before we could deal heavy damage. Unfortunately, we failed to take down the behemoth. We were bunched together and ran out of potions, when it managed to knock everyone out. The second behemoth hunt against the Karabakh wasn't successful either.